Hi Virgo, welcome to an early May 2019 spiritual pep talk. It's Raina here. This is something that has been a long time coming, and I don't know if I'm going to do this every month or just I wanted to try it out. I'm just somebody who enjoys mixing things up. I have a lot of mutable planets, including Moon and Virgo, by the way. So that's just how I roll. And this is going to be a reading of 3 tarot cards and an oracle card. This month it's going to be the Native Spirit Oracle deck. And seeing what messages come up for the right here and right now. And that's it. You know, short and sweet. And the purpose being inspirational. That's why I say spiritual pep talk, to give you that inspiration, but also the synchronicity, looking at what is going on and being able to discuss it in a new way, and maybe having you see things in a new way. And I think I'm going to pick the oracle card after I do this. I think that would probably have been a better idea. But anyway, the first card I get is the 3 of Swords. This is a card of feeling rejected. So feeling passed over, looked over, chopped liver. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's an old saying that people don't say much anymore. And I'm just going to... This lady came into my purview because she's the Queen of Swords. This may have been, this may be your boss, female boss, and she is cold as ice, to quote Foreigner. And she is somebody who doesn't see your worth. Well, isn't that perhaps a pattern with you, Virgo? People who don't see how valuable you are to the company because you're unassuming, because you just go there and do a good job, and you don't try to call attention to yourself. Well, maybe if you have Mars and Leo or Moon in Aries or something, I don't know. But in any case, you tend to be somebody who just is all about the work. And you have to understand something, that a person like the Queen of Swords may fully understand how valuable you are, and that may threaten the hell out of them, because they may feel like you're coming after their job, that you're making them look bad. So they have to kind of keep you at bay, and maybe you got passed over for a promotion that you tried very hard to get. So when I pick that 3 of Swords, I realize that it's something that is not necessarily going to be really what it seems. That it may not be as bad as it seems, because you're seeing somebody's true colors. Also, another vibe I'm getting from these 3 cards is maybe a narcissistic mother. And maybe, again, you've been hurt over and over again. And with let me just bring out this card here. With the 4 of Pentacles, this can be some kind of power play with money. You can see how that person is holding on to the money. And one of the things that I have learned about narcissists is that they use money to try and control people. Now, one of the people that I watched a video on narcissism said something very interesting. Said that usually narcissists are able to obtain money very easily. And probably this has, I think people were speculating why this is, and they're saying that they are capable of doing whatever it takes, because that's the kind of people that they are. Whether, I could, we could be talking about something that is underhanded, but also just having that unrelentless desire to have the money because they want the power. Other people might want money so they can live and have a little bit to save. But some people have an over-the-top desire to have money, and it can probably be traced to some sort of agenda that they want to. They feel that this is how they lure people in, and so I think in that particular scenario, you want to go back to that first card, the Three of Swords, and say, you may be afraid to speak up because you're afraid of being cut out from the money supply, but by the same token, you will be free. And actually, another interpretation of the Three of Swords is a clean break. So, because this can be heart surgery, the Three of Swords. So I guess that could be for some people, if that's something you or somebody close to you is dealing with, maybe a mother. That could be what's happening too, and there's money issues. But if there is a female narcissist, then the break has to be clean, because they can be very cunning. They can come back and they can act like they've changed, or they're sorry, and then they do it all over again. And it's another Three of Swords until you finally figure out that it's a pattern. And you can literally find that out decades later. So, be careful. It's good to forgive, but it doesn't mean that you have to associate with somebody who is trying to hurt you. And it doesn't have to be a mother. This could be a female boss who really is out of touch with her feelings, or believes that her feelings are a weakness. And so she really gravitates towards the mind. And so, especially if she is like an air sign of Gemini, which is, I was going to say your nemesis, but you have, things in common with Gemini. You're both ruled by Mercury, but it does form a square to Virgo. So there can be that antagonism or that friction of, the irritation, the clash between both of you. By the way, I just noticed it's getting really dark, and I just have the sun, the light outside, so I apologize for that, because it's probably going to come out a little dim. But I'm just, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is I just feel that some people are too vulnerable to people who don't really have they're not in touch with their feelings, so they have this kind of callousness. But the other air signs are Libra and Aquarius. So anyway, she may, since she's a queen and she has that feminine side, she may give the illusion that she has a lot of, that she has compassion, but she can be quite detached. And this can actually be that she doesn't really care if you are upset about something, because she's all about what works for her. And the queen, remember, there's that sense of power, and she may feel that she has to be that way in order to maintain that power. And then with the Four of Pentacles, holding on to one's money. This could even be like your spouse, the Queen of Swords, and you feel like she's the one rejecting you. It finally sinks in, but she may just be like very materialistic, and she can't value, what you have to offer her emotionally. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because if you are that kind of person that feels very strongly to someone, you can't fathom how they can be like that. And the reason that they can be like that is because they're coming from a place where they think that is all they have to offer, or that is all somebody else has to offer them. And to me, that's very sad that people think like that. So you shouldn't feel a sense of failure if you are struggling in a particular relationship like that, because you probably have tried to show that you care, and you're not necessarily that gushy as a Virgo, but you may try to do things to show that you care for this person, and they are oblivious to that. And there's that saying, isn't there, in the Bible, throwing pearls to swine. And you might be living with an oinker, you know, somebody who is, you know, not really tapping into your caring, and same with at work, and that's on them, because you should like only give your pearls. Casting your pearls, to me, is sharing your light with others, and there's no point in sharing your light with somebody who rejects it and almost makes it seem like your light is not worth it. So anyway, let's see what the Native Spirit deck says. See an additional message. Oh, interesting. Eagle medicine. In the United States, the bald eagle was extinct, or almost extinct, and I think it was due to that pesticide. Is that what it was, or was it an herbicide, DDT? And when they banned it, they have come back, the populations of bald eagles. And I am hoping to see a bald eagle. I think I've seen that. I might have even seen some type of eagle, but definitely I'm seeing these bigger birds, which is so exciting. But I live in the state of Illinois, and I guess there's a place where they gather, kind of western Illinois, towards the Iowa border, where the Mississippi River is, and this is the area that I don't know. I think this is the Mississippi River is where Tom Sawyer, all those books by Mark Twain. It was about that, but I thought he was from southern Illinois area, so I'm not sure, but I thought that they said it was somewhere in western Illinois. But well, I don't know. I know that's like off topic, right? Okay, so Eagle Medicine, I just opened up the book. It says, profound connections to the Creator and heavenly realms. As the eagle soars high above the earth, it has the ability to see things from a higher perspective. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or others. This is the time to face fear and overcome it. If this Eagle Medicine card has chosen you, you are at the advent of the opportunity to truly see life from a rarefied vantage point. Eagles are considered one of the most sacred of all birds in many tribes and cultures. Their single-minded fierceness, dynamic energy, and ability to soar high are part of the reason for this. This card reminds you to take heart and face fear. You do indeed have the strength to overcome any adversity. You also have a direct line to the Creator. Your prayers are heard and will be answered in accordance to your highest good. You have the capacity to channel extraordinary life force energy through your hands. And they give you sometimes advice, like things you can do. And they say, go on an inner journey and imagine that you're an eagle. Feel the power of, this is, I was saying this to Capricorn, sometimes they're a little corny, but sometimes they're very helpful, little things you can do. But anyway, since I've gone there, I'm going to just finish this. Feel the power of your wings, the clarity of your eyesight, and the power of your talons. As you do this, be aware of the energy of the majestic eagle filling you. And of course, if you're American, you know that the eagle is such a strong symbol of America. And I wonder if that is due to some of the things that they were mentioning. Probably, I'm assuming. Okay, Virgo, that's what I have for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private version of this, I'm offering a special offer below. You can check out if you're interested. And take care. Bye.